Yeah.
Where are you? Where have you been?
I'm not sure. I'm upstate, I think.
You're in New York?
Yeah, I think.
When did you get back? How long have you been here? Martha? Martha, what's wrong?
Sundance Institute was amazing opportunity and experience. I got into the writer's lab in January, and when I showed up there, I didn't have much confidence as a screenwriter, to be honest. A lot of the process is less about, having these huge script breakthroughs, though you do, and it's more about for me, it was more about just understanding the process of script writing and what works for me and what questions I need to be asking myself to get to deeper and deeper levels and figure out where the script is coming from, things like that. And even after the lab ended, then I stayed in touch with advisors and people from the lab, and they gave me notes, and I came back to the director's lab and got it on its feet. And then right from there we went into shooting. So it was almost like it was right before production, and so it was like I had all that. It was like a dry run of shooting the movie, but it was just such a great environment. We were so fortunate to go through that. And then we found Lizzie through open casting. My casting director, Susan Shopmaker, brought her in. I wanted an unknown actress, and she was the best person. I started research with some of the more famous cults of the 60s and 70s, but then quickly got away from that and because from the very beginning I wanted to make a film about a cult that was set today. So I started to try and find more local groups. And then found some groups in upstate New York and Vermont that I heard about, but really just built it from more than basing it off of someone, really built it off of more of what I felt was how this group would come to be in this part of New York State. It was all scripted. It was always scripted that way because for me, Martha she's in a state where although technically they're flashbacks, I always thought that she was experiencing it all for the first time in her confusion, and I felt like that was a way to capture that confusion. And so the overall was scripted, and then there's very specific transitions that were also scripted. The first scene where she's at the lake and she has been sitting at the farm, and then she stands up and she's back at the lake. That scripted that way, and there are several things like that. But then you also find things. Also, when we're shooting, I would say, well, I don't know where this is going to go, but I get put it here, put it there. We tried to keep it free as well as being structured, and then you find some things in the edit room. So it was a combination, but the idea and the structure was always there in the script. You can have a great young actor, but you have to work really hard with them to pull out the performance that you want. And I got a sense from our first meeting when Lizzie and I, the only prep we had was we met for 1 hour and talked, and that was after auditioning. And what I thought was halfway through the meeting, she said, "Okay, I'm good." I was like, "Okay, all right, cool." And then we talked a little bit, but not really. And then we showed up on the first day, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, she gets it. All right, there's not really need to discuss anything." Obviously we talk all the time and talk the whole way through, but she was just there, and she was showing up the way that Sarah, Hugh, John, Maria, any of these great, more experienced actors do, and that was really striking and just made the whole experience so much easier on me, that's for sure.